Hello and welcome to the Introduction to Ultrasound video series. In this second lecture we'll go over the basic setup and controls of the ultrasound machine. We'll cover machine presets, features, and how to save and export images. Start by clicking the patient button here. Then use the trackpad to highlight and fill in the fields for patient name, MRN, date of birth, gender, exam type, and your initials in the user field. Next, check for the appropriate preset for your exam. The preset can also be changed by clicking the exam button here. Now we're ready to scan, and there are several features that will help us get the most out of our exam. These features can be broken down into subgroups of image quality, mode, and tools. We'll start with the features that help improve image quality. The depth feature, controlled here, determines how much tissue will be represented on the screen. The goal is to get the tissue of interest in the center of the screen. As changing the depth may impact how future settings affect the image, getting the target tissue in the center of the screen should be your first step when scanning. For a guide, there are hash marks on the right side of the screen representing stepwise increments that vary depending on which probe is used. At the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there's the total depth indicated in centimeters. Another helpful feature is gain adjustment, which fine-tunes the brightness of reflections on the screen. Near-field gain selectively adjusts the brightness of objects at the top of the screen. Far-field gain selectively adjusts the bottom of the screen, and overall gain adjusts the brightness of the entire screen. Lastly, if you're really struggling to get a decent picture, you can get a good start by using the auto gain button here. Another tool for improving your image is the Resolution Penetration Toggle, or ResPen tool for short. This function, along with many others, is controlled by the soft keys across the top of the keyboard. These keys change the value of the above listed function, which will vary depending on the exam. For the ResPen toggle, Res or resolution mode will set the transducer to use the highest available frequency to maximize the resolution of the image. Pen or penetration mode uses the lowest frequency available in order to maximize the penetration into the tissue. Lastly, Gen or general mode will balance these properties by using a middle frequency. Different modes can be used to gather more information from your scans. The mode selection controls are found in the bottom right corner here. The default mode is called 2D, brightness, or grayscale mode and displays the ultrasound image without additional features. M or motion mode takes a single cut of the ultrasound image over time. Press the M mode key once to bring up the sample line on the screen. The sample line can be moved to the target area using the trackpad. Once you have the sample line over the area of interest, press the M mode button again to see the tracing over time. D, or Doppler mode, may be used to measure velocities across areas of the screen. Press the Doppler key once to bring up the sampling gate and highlight the area of interest with the trackpad, similar to how M mode was set up. Once you have your area targeted, press the Doppler key again to bring up the spectral tracing, which displays velocity of flow on the y-axis. C, or color Doppler mode, may be used to visually identify flow using color overlaid on top of the B mode image. Press the color key once to bring up the ROI, or region of interest box on the screen. This box can be used moving the trackpad, and it can be resized by using the select key. The colors in this mode do not represent arterial venous flow. Red areas indicate flow towards the transducer, and flow away from the transducer is indicated by blue. The overall gain knob in this mode will control the color gain of the image instead of the grayscale gain, as in B mode. Press the 2D button to return to B mode at any time. Now that we have a high-quality image, we can use some of the tools to gather more information. The freeze tool can be used to hold a still shot of the current image on the screen. With the image frozen, you can scroll through frames in the queue using the overall gain knob. You can also scroll through these images by scanning left or right on the trackpad or by using the left and right arrow keys. Also, with the image still on the screen, you can use the generic caliper tool to measure objects on the frozen image. After clicking the generic caliper tool, two ends will appear on the screen with the active end highlighted in blue. Use the trackpad to move the active end to one side of the object to be measured, then press the select key to hold that end in place and activate the other end. Once the second end of the caliper is positioned, the distance between the two is displayed in the bottom left corner of the screen. The Calcs key will toggle a menu of probe and preset-specific measurements that can be completed for the image on the screen. These measurements are acquired in a similar fashion to those with the generic caliper tool, but in this case use the Set key to confirm final placement, and the Save Calc key may be used to export measurements to the patient record. The Text key will toggle an on-screen keyboard to allow additional labeling. In addition, the arrow key will activate an on-screen arrow that can be moved into position using the trackpad. All images captured with text, arrows, or measurements on the screen will be saved with this additional information included. Now we're ready to save and export our images. A motion clip or a still image can be saved to the patient record using the Clip and Save buttons respectively. These images will be saved to the machine's internal memory but may be exported later. Once you are finished scanning a patient, all of the measurement information gathered may be reviewed by clicking the Report key. Make sure to save each page of the report individually using the Save key. While the patient encounter is still open, clicking the Review key will allow you to see all saved images and clips for that patient. Once you are finished, end the patient encounter by entering the Patient menu and selecting End Exam. In order to export your scans, first connect a USB drive to one of the ports on the right side of the machine. Click the Review key to bring up the menu of patient encounters. Highlight the patient exams you want to export using the up-down arrows. Next, select the Export to USB or EXP USB soft key to bring up a list of USB devices. Select the device you want to use and click Export. Be sure to wait about 5 seconds after the transfer animation disappears to remove the flash drive. Now for a quick review. Enter the information and choose the preset. Optimize the image quality. Toggle mode if necessary. Take any measurements needed and save your results. That's it. Thanks for watching and look for more videos to come.